Hello there, how are you today? Welcome back to my channel, Zen Within Yoga with Michelle. Today we are going to be addressing the hips, the IT band, the piriformis, the sciatica. So all that deep hip glute stuff, which can always tend to be a little tight. Mine is actually a little flared up today, so that is why I thought I would bring that forth for you. So I know if it's going to feel good in my body, it's going to feel good in yours as well. So, if you have some yoga blocks, you can grab those or any other props that you may like to bring in. Um, and we're going to get started right away. So, I'm going to turn to the long edge of the mat and we are going to come into a seated pigeon pose or seated figure four, also known as. You can extend that left leg all the way out and bring your right ankle right on top. Just let that knee fall out. And then you're going to slide that left foot in. Now, I like having the fingers facing out to the back of me. Some of you may prefer to have the fingers in. What I want you to be able to do, though, is to bring that chest forward, draw the shoulder blades back towards one another. So we don't want to be putting all of our weight into our wrist. If we send the upper body up forward a little more, just take a little bit off of the wrist, and we'll get more into that IT band, the thigh, the hip, all that good stuff there. And then just give a little gentle flex in that right foot. And taking some nice, slow, deep breaths here. So we'll take about 10 breaths in each pose. And really just focusing on relaxing the muscles. So all the tension and inflammation that is currently going on is what we want to release, right? And let's take one more breath here on this side. Beautiful. Then from here, we're just going to let the legs fall over to the left. I'm actually going to turn to face you so you can see. So now you're just going to let the legs fall all the way over to the left and then bring that right arm with you and turn towards the left. Both palms are to your mat. And now we have that same stretch. Just hold here. And if you'd like to come into this a little further, you can grab one of your blocks and bring your forearms down to it, or you can bring your forearms all the way to the floor. Just keep pressing down through that foot. Really trying to do your best to release the low back, any gripping that maybe want to happening here. Letting your head be heavy. Last breath here. And bringing the upper body back up. And now making our way into half shoelace pose. So we're going to extend that left leg all the way out and then trying to stack that right knee over the left knee and just bring that foot a little further back behind you. Now, your knee may be able to come um, over the left knee. If not, if it's a little bit more over here, that's perfectly fine. You can always use a block underneath here to support as we'll be making our way into a forward fold here. Just bring that block back over here. And as you come into this fold, you may feel this more in that left hamstring and maybe not so much in that right hip, or you may be feeling it in both. Either place is good, as long as you're feeling something here. And then do your best not to lock that left knee, trying to relax the knee, relax the muscles. Even if the upper body isn't able to come all the way into a fold, that's perfectly fine. Just find some release in the neck, letting the chin fall in towards the chest, which kind of then just guides the upper body to know that it can soften even more. Doing your best to get away from any pulling or tugging or forcing. You want to give the muscles an opportunity to relax so we can get a little deeper into the ligaments, the joints, the deeper tissues. Taking one more breath here. And walking yourself back up. Before we go to the other side, let's just release that right leg. Good. We'll come into figure four on the other side. So left ankle is going to come on top. I'm going to turn the long edge of my mat. Good. Sliding that right foot in. Give a little flex in that left foot just to support the ankle and the knee. Taking nice, slow, deep breaths here. And the closer you bring in that right heel, and the more you bring the upper body upright, the more stretch you're going to get in that left IT band, hamstring, hip. Just finding your edge. Making sure it's not so intense or uncomfortable that you're not able to breathe here. If that's the case, just pull back a little. Taking one more breath here. And then we're going to let the legs fall over to the right. Bringing that left hand all the way over, making any little adjustments here. Just going to make my way back onto the mat. Good. And then either staying upright or, again, you can come down to a block or forearms all the way to the floor. This is also a really good stretch for the back. Maybe feeling this on the left side. One more breath here. Bring the upper body back up, transitioning into that half shoelace. So right leg is going to extend all the way out. Left knee coming over that right as much as it can. Again, I'm just going to turn sideways here. Good. Take an inhale, lift up out of the low back as you make your way into your fold here. Right away, unclenching, unlocking that right knee. Slow, deep breaths. Last breath, big breath in, big breath out. And coming all the way back up. Just send that leg out. Give it a little wiggle and a little shake. And coming back up. Just send that leg out. Give it a little wiggle and a little shake. And then we'll make our way down onto our backs, and we're going to do all three of those poses just in a reclined position. So coming on down to your back. And we'll start with the right leg in our figure 4 or reclined pigeon, as we call it in yoga, and threading that right arm through and hugging that left knee in. Give that same little flex in the right foot. Breathing into your belly. Now, I like to take a few rocks side to side. And then kind of let the legs fall a bit over to the left until you feel that stretch even more so in that right hip, glute, IT band, and then just hold there. Breathing in and out through the nose. One more breath. And keeping the legs in the same formation, just bring them back to center. If they were over to the left a bit, release your hands, lower your left foot down, and then we're going to drop the legs over to the left. And then with your with your left hand, grab onto your right ankle, just hold it there. Let that left knee fall out, just resting there. And then maybe open the right arm out to the side or into cactus, or reaching it all the way up back behind you. Get a nice stretch through that right side body. IT band. Doing your best to release any gripping going on, not only in the body, but in the mind as well. Notice your thoughts. Notice if they're holding on or gripping on to something that doesn't serve you at this moment. Just let it go. Taking one more breath here. And now we'll come into a reclined shoelace pose. So you can release the grip on that right ankle. Bring that left knee up. So now you have your legs crossed just like you would be crossed in a chair. And now you're going to bring those knees up and in towards you and grabbing on to opposite feet with the hands. And again, we're trying to stack one knee over the other, letting the knees fall in and send the feet away from one another, send the feet away from the hips, I should say. And definitely feeling this in that right hip. You can always also just hold on to the knees if it's too much to hold on to the feet. And also making sure that your neck isn't compromised in any sort of way. So, not kind of lifting the head up or the shoulders up. If you need to place a block underneath your head for support, you can do that. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Big breath in, big breath out. Release the feet, unravel the legs, bring your feet wide on your mat, and then just take a little windshield wiper side to side. Ooh, definitely am feeling that. And bring the knees back to center, and we'll do our figure 4 on the other side. So left ankle on top of that right knee, hugging that right knee in, taking those little rocks side to side, finding that sweet spot. Again, maybe let the legs fall a little over to the right, not too much, just a smidge. You get deep into that left hip, IT band, hamstring, outer hamstring. And then just pausing here, breathing here. About 7 more breaths. Let's take 1 more breath. Recentering, releasing the hands, lower your right foot to your mat, let the legs fall to the right. Right hand clasp onto that left ankle and finding the position for that left arm that feels good for you. One more breath here. And coming into that reclined shoelace pose here. So right knee comes back up, crossing that left leg over the right, knees up towards you, holding on to opposite feet, ankles, or the knees. Breathing in and out through the nose. Three more breaths here. Releasing the legs. Let's come back to that windshield wiper. And then just rolling all the way over to one side. And making your way up to an easy seated pose. Very good. I hope your hips, your IT band, your piriformis, your hamstrings, all of that got some relief, and that you are feeling a little bit more open and a little bit more mobility in the hips. So thank you so much for taking this time for you, for your body, and for choosing to practice with me. I hope to practice with you again soon. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, if you can do that as well, just helping me support getting my channel to grow and sending out more content to others around the world. Sending you off with a great big wish of love and light. Namaste.